we're going to be talking about post-grad problems because let's be real, there's a lot of them.
Whether you're a fresh post-grad or somewhere between your mid to late 20s, life as a 20-something is hard and fun and exciting and exhilarating, but mainly hard.
So without further ado, let's jump into all of those post-grad problems that you face after college.
Number 1, adjusting from college life to life as a real adult is hard. You lose a lot of those comforts and safety nets that you had in college, such as access to a campus doctor or a career advisor, or that RA who always helped you mitigate your roommate issues.
You have to find a new community in a world where your friends probably don't live 5 minutes away, and chances are mom and dad probably cut you off at this point, so your finances are in your own hands.
No longer are you dreaming about one day, the day is here. The amount of choices you face can feel debilitating at times, especially if you already deal with issues like anxiety, depression, or other mental health issues.
Number 2, you're going to feel like a total beginner in most areas of your life. Your first year out of college is basically your freshman year of life. You're going to be a newbie at your job, new to living on your own, new to managing a full-blown salary, and even a beginner at grocery shopping after living off of the dining hall for 4 years.
Number 3, you will feel lonely and isolated at times, and that's totally normal. After all, you're going from an environment where you have professional support nearby and friends even closer. And then everyone separates into different neighborhoods, cities, and even countries.
The post-grad years are also a major time of social media comparison. All the pictures of your peers with their new coworker friends, the "I'm happy to announce I've landed a great new job" posts on LinkedIn, the Instagram stories of everyone going out for drinks with friend groups that are way bigger than yours. It's really easy to believe that everyone is living their best lives, but looks can be deceiving, and we promise you that they're actually not.
Loneliness sinks in as a result of everyone progressing at different rates. One person might be getting promoted while another's still looking for a job or switching careers entirely. Some people are getting married while others are getting blackout drunk in Vegas every weekend, and that's just kind of how life in your 20s goes. You might even start to wonder if your life is headed in the right direction. Your 20s are a weird time where everyone starts to veer off in different directions, and it can be easy to want it all at the same time or feel like you're falling behind in certain areas of your life.
Number 4, where you live matters and will impact your mental health. If you don't choose wisely, your living situation can quickly become toxic. You need to factor in things like your commute, what's around you, your budget, your apartment amenities, noise level, your landlord's responsiveness. Honestly, we're exhausted just thinking about it.
It's also important that you carefully select who you live with. The people you surround yourself with heavily impact your post-grad experience. You'll want to think about things like, do we have the same goals? Do we have the same going out versus staying in styles? Will we get along living in close quarters? Are they a kind person? Will they be the one to chase the mouse, or do you have to do it? Really think about that one.
Important.
Very important.
It won't be me, I'll tell you that much. And a word to the wise, friends don't always make for the best roommates. More on that in another video, and we'll also have an article on that linked below.
Number 5, adjusting from classes to a full-time job is exhausting. In college, especially senior year, many of us had pretty light schedules. And for the most part, we also had the autonomy to select when those classes were scheduled. Hello noon classes and being back in your dorm by 3 p.m.
Sadly, we don't have quite as much control over our schedules when working a full-time job, unless you're your own boss, in which case, go you. But when you start working 8+ hours a day, you will feel absolutely exhausted at first.
Not only do you have to be physically alert for so much longer than you had to be in college, but you also have less time to pursue the things that you love.
This also means that staying up late becomes less feasible, which often leads to a huge lifestyle change for a lot of folks. And this can be scary and frustrating.
Number 6, you get a big old salary. And along with that is some big old bills.
Big old.
Perhaps one of the most stark differences between college and post-grad is that your financial destiny is now in your own hands. You have to worry about rent, utility bills, surprise expenses, groceries, transportation costs, retirement savings, and even healthcare. This is all on top of the fun spending that you will inevitably want to partake in order to get drinks after work, brunch on the weekends, or to travel with your friends.
Once the excitement of making a substantial amount of money, and by substantial we mean more money than you've ever had in your life, but maybe not actually that much money, wears off, you'll also get a cold hard dose of reality once you realize that you need to get a handle on how to manage those paychecks. especially with the carrot dangling in front of you that is restaurants, bars, cute office clothes, travel. Why can't we just afford it all?
Number 8, social situations are going to look different. Gone are the days of living next door to dozens of friends and acquaintances. Now you actually have to plan when you're going to see your friends, sometimes weeks in advance. We wish we were kidding.
In addition to now acquiring a calendar in order to manage your social life, you may also need to download Bumble BFF so that you actually have friends in the first place. It's not uncommon to find yourself living in a new city where you have to start over with friends, either because your besties moved away or because you did.
And even if your friends did stick around, you might decide that you wish they didn't. Contrary to how you may have envisioned your future bridesmaid lineup, some friends are simply meant to be left in college, and that's okay. Our 20s are when we start to discover who we truly want to be and who we want to surround ourselves with.
We also, might as well plug it, we have a full episode on toxic friends on our podcast, which will be linked below.
Sure do.
And number 9, dating in the real world requires a lot more effort. College dating is oftentimes circumstantial. You see each other around campus and you know without a doubt that you both spend your weekends at the same bars. The pure proximity of it all makes it easy to kind of just fall into a relationship.
In post-grad, you actually have to go out of your way to seek potential partners, whether that be at the bars, through dating apps, or that hiking club that you thought would yield a lot of eligible bachelors. It didn't. This means that your vetting process has to upgrade too, because it's not an option to ask your friend who sits next to that guy in finance class and what his deal is.
The real world also means that dates will have to be upgraded from the dining hall to real restaurants, which require actual currency.
Long story short, finding yourself asking, why did I think this was going to be fun a few months after college graduation is super normal. And there is a silver lining. There are lots of fun elements to adulthood. But the transition is tough, and there's no sugarcoating it.
We created Adultessence, both the podcast and the YouTube channel and the blog, as a platform to discuss the phase of life between adolescence and adulthood. So subscribe to our channel, listen to our podcast, and read our blog for more moments where you say out loud, OMG, that's so relatable.
I hope you don't say that out loud.
Everything is linked below, and in the meantime, we will catch you in the next video.
Bye, besties.